everyone, welcome back and thank you for being here. I'm switching it up today because I'm using my iPad and that's going to be a little different for me. We'll see how it goes. I've tried it before. I can't see it unless I stand up, so I don't know if I'm on screen, but I'm going to try and keep my pad here and keep me here. So today I'm going to work on the Roxy's Journal of Stitchery, Volume 5. This is month 2, it's February, and it's something to wear. So about the middle of December, I found a pair of my husband's old jeans that he can't wear anymore. They were torn and stained with paint, and they're too big for him now because he's lost so much weight. I wish I could continue to lose weight, but you know, it's easy for him and not for me, so that's just the way it goes sometimes. Men's metabolisms, right? So I wear leggings in the house almost all the time. Leggings, or in the summer they're leggings, but they're shorter leggings, crop leggings, 3/4 leggings, and they don't have pockets. And I carry my phone around with me everywhere because it's sort of my lifeline. And sometimes it's a security blanket for me as far as health issues. We won't go into that. So, yeah. I cut off, this is the back pocket off of one of the jeans. And I cut the top fabric that went along the waistband that sews on. I cut it longer and I folded it over and sewed it down, just stitched it. And this strap is made from the inseam hem. Let me get it for you. Let me get a pair of jeans. And show you. Hold on. Hold the phone for a moment. This is actually the pair that I cut, so they're a little beat up. But anyway, so I took the back pocket, I cut it across here, I folded that down and stitched it, which is that part there, hand stitched it, and I just cut around the edge, which includes, you know, the back side of the pocket. So when you put something in it, it doesn't, you know, fall through the other side. It still has the backing on it. And then I took, I think this is, okay, so I had used the bottom part of the jeans, jean leg, one leg, for something else previously. So that's gone. But you know this seam that is on the inside where this part is? Well, when you put that together and you get the seam, which I can't show you because I've cut it out of both legs, but you get this seam here, I cut that all the way up. And that's what this is. And because I didn't have 2 full legs worth on the inside part of the inseam, that would be the other leg, from the bottom of the leg up to, you know, that's the back. I don't want to say that word, but I just cut that off and I cut what was left of here, and it's the perfect length for me. And I was able to, if you're wearing it over a coat, or you are wearing it over something big, or you're a bigger lady, or you're making it for a guy, you might want to do both inseams. Just cut it all the way around through the center part, you know, that goes between the legs, and just cut it from one hemline all the way to the hemline of the other leg. But this fits over me in the house perfectly, and as you can see, it's well worn. And so I think what I'm going to do, because month 2 is something to wear, embellish something to wear, I think this is what I'm going to do. I pulled out a few little bits and I pulled out some of my hand-dyed threads. I think I'm going to try and stick to this. I'm probably gonna look for a little bit of lace to put on it, but you know, that's gonna be my centerpiece because, you know, hearts and butterflies are my thing, and I've been doing a lot of hearts. And I have this butterfly, this piece of fabric here, and I really just love it. So I'm going to do that, and I think I'm going to stitch this on at the top. Now, the question is, do I just do the butterfly? I think I want to do this whole thing, but if I end up covering that part, I'm okay with that. The problem is, as you can see, I have this little bit here that got cut into because I was probably cutting around another butterfly. But, and I'm trying to keep it inside because this seam here is sewn down. So I can only reach inside and sew through to this piece of thread here. So I'm trying to keep it inside those pieces, but I can always attach something there, you know, a Suffolk puff or something like that. I can't cut it on this side because then I'd cut the wing off, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to just tear that part off as well. So I hope this finds everybody doing well. And I've seen lots of interesting things to be worn being worked on. I'm way behind on videos, just way behind. Yeah, I don't know how that happens. I mean, it's like I have all the time in the world, but I don't, you know? I mean, I'm retired. I don't work for a living. I don't have commitments to much of anything except my husband. So, yeah. Now, what else do I want? I'm not a pink girl, but I sort of kind of am becoming one. So I have this. I'm trying to figure out if it's directional. It sort of kind of is, and it sort of kind of isn't. I'm going to just cut this zigzag edge off of it because I don't love that. There's one on that side, and there's one on that side, just taking the minimum. I'm sort of squaring up that edge that's all wonky doodle. Yeah, we'll square up that edge too. Just didn't quite tear straight on the torn edge. On the torn edges. Holy cow. Maybe one of those days. I think I'll put that right under where it says flower garden. And then, what else do I have here that I want to maybe put on here? Oh, I have this. I think trim this little piece off here, and I don't know. Oh, that does not want to tear either. That was my knuckle that cracked. We've had 2 rainy days in a row, 3? I don't even know. Yeah, it's been a bit gloomy here, which I'm not crazy about. However, you know, that's the way it goes some days. Now. Oh my goodness. I tore this and little threads went all over my black shirt. Oh my gosh. Excuse me, because that'll distract me the whole time I'm doing this. Okay, let's do this side over the trash can, maybe. Trim it a little more. Yikes. Sorry for the huffing and puffing. Goodness gracious. I have, if you saw my previous video, I have several other ideas floating around in my head, and I actually struggled with what video am I going to do today? Do I start the big heart? I think I'm going to take a little off of this edge. Can I tear it? Oh my gosh, that is hard to tear. This must be really tightly woven fabric. Yep. Now, hopefully I can get this all stitched down because it's going to be hard to get, you know, I'll have to have one hand inside the pocket and be stitching with the other hand, so it might be a tad bit tricksy. All right, I'd like a little bit of something lacy, pretty on here. I might have to put a break in the camera, although, let me see. I have some thingies down here in my tray, but I don't think that's anything I want. I think I want more lace than I do. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I've got a couple of things. Maybe. Maybe something I want. This would be, these are curved pieces, so I don't know. No, not floating my boat. Not at this point. Okay. Maybe a couple of, well, that one's all beat up. I don't know why is this, I know I'm stumbling over my words. I had a bag where I would keep it by my, I think this is it because these are cut out. I just have to find the right thing. Okay. Oops, not in the trash can, please. Yeah, we'll just scooch that trash can over. Ooh, oh my. I hope you can see this. Ooh, gotta move it up a little. Move it up, Martha. Look at that. That even has the point on it for the corner. Is it overkill? Probably, for me especially. But you know what? I kind of like it. I'm kind of liking it. Who says you have to put things square? This corner is going to bother me though. Which side is up on this? Okay, that's going to be the consideration for now. I may come across something later, so I'm going to put that in the box and I'm going to get stitching because why not? All right, we're just going to, I don't know if I'll use this piece or not. I'll set that aside. I'm going to pin these, maybe. Oh, find the right pins. Yes, so we are having some very dreary weather, and for me, dreary weather is uninspirational. It kills my creativity. It kills the inspiration I want to have. Maybe we'll put this little tiny, oh, I like that. It sort of blends in with the other background. So I think we'll do that. Okay. We'll get that stitched down somehow. You can see I'm struggling a little bit. Okay. I think that's going to have to go like that. in order to be seen if I do put that big heavy lace on it. And this is just for fun. I don't really think I'll probably wear this out at all. I mean, I could if I'm going somewhere and I just want to carry my phone, and I could put a carabiner. I have my keys on a carabiner, and I could just do that if I don't need like money. I could put my card in it, my bank card, if I really wanted to do that. I don't use Apple Pay. I mean, I'm very old-fashioned and prefer to use cash or a bank card. I didn't even like using a bank card when they came out. I certainly don't want to use my phone to pay for things. Just so old-fashioned. Out of touch, I guess. I don't want to cover the butterfly. All right, I think you'll go there. Always tweaking. Aren't we always tweaking until we like something? The husband's home. I'll bet you he comes downstairs and tries to talk to me, and I have the door shut. We'll see if he understands that that's because I'm filming. I did not put a little note on the door saying recording. And put that there, maybe. Get another pin. Get my hand way down in there and not get the back side. Ooh. Okay. Maybe straight would be nice. Okay. Oh, yep, here he comes down the steps. He's getting a lot of exercise since, I think I'll go with this one since I moved down here. Because, yeah, I used to be right off of the kitchen in the bedroom, and now I'm not. Now I am. What is going on here? I have two ends. So I told him he could either call downstairs, like yell down the steps, and I would meet him at I would go to the bottom of the steps, or he could text me or whatever. But if I'm recording, then I don't know. Well, I'm not on my phone today. I'm on my iPad, so that wouldn't bother my phone. So let's see if we can get this done. I don't know. We'll see how hard it's going to be stitching through this pocket. Now, if you wanted to make it really easy on yourself, you could cut the seams around the pocket, because this pocket is way big. Let me show you. I'll find my phone. This pocket is really big. It's huge. So really, and I like that it sticks out a little bit. I'm good with that. But if you didn't want your pocket this big and you wanted it to fit your phone more exactly, and I thought about doing this, you could cut this down, straight down like this, and take the back off of it. Just detach the back. Just take the stitches out and detach the back. And you could stitch the front, and then you could put your own backing on it if you wanted to. Oh, I guess I missed with this one, didn't I? Didn't get through it all. And that would certainly make it a whole lot easier. And your pocket would be a little smaller. Okay, let's see if I can not stab myself on that pin facing up. And this is buckling here. I don't want that. All right, well, I don't know. We'll see. I'm not going inside with my knots. I'm going to try and hide my knots underneath. So I'm going to go up under this fabric and just go through that layer. Like, I can't even feel those threads on the other side of my, with my finger on the other side of the pocket, because this is a really thick denim. He wears such heavy denim, I just don't know how he does it. But anyway, especially in summer, I cannot wear heavy denim in the summer at all. I am only like lightweight clothing only, please. And in my last video, in the haul video that I showed, I showed a couple of dresses, and I forgot to mention, I don't wear dresses. I do not wear dresses at all. But around the house, I would like to wear dresses that are long, like past my calves to my ankles possibly, cotton, and, you know, a short sleeve or a sleeveless tank style. And I'm kicking myself because I really could have pulled out my bank card at the estate sale yesterday and gotten the other two dresses I wanted to get. I am really kicking myself. Now, that being said, I don't know that any of the dresses, the two that I got or the other two I wanted to get, would have fit me. I don't know. To think that they're going to the dump now is just going to aggravate me forever, because I really liked those two dresses and I should have just spent the stupid, I think it would have come to $10. I mean, why I didn't spend it, I don't know. I get into this mindset that I always have to be really frugal about stuff. And I had already spent money on the comforters and blah, blah, blah. So anyway, yeah. But in summer when it's hot, I would like to just have some dresses to float around the house in, you know? Muumuus are not my thing. Oh my gosh, please come out. I can't get this to come through. Oops. And I forgot to look at the camera. I mean, yeah, the iPad when I turned it off to see how many minutes I had already gone. So I will have to guesstimate that it was 10, maybe 15. Don't think so. Don't know why that one stuck like it did, but boy, oh boy, that was fun. Not. Being down here has been a little triggering for my breathing. So I'm sorry if I'm sounding wheezy or I hope my husband didn't turn the heat up. I told him it was cold down here, and he brought a heater in here, but the heater blows, and camera, like the iPad and the iPhone, will pick up that background noise really easily when I'm recording. So, but it's warm enough in here. I don't want him to keep turning the heat up because I'm cold. Because next thing you know, I'll be sweating. You know me. If you know me, and you watch me, I end up getting hot, especially when I close the door. So I hope he did not turn up the heat, because the heat just started and the room is plenty warm now. Just needed to take the chill off. Once I start moving around the room and doing stuff, even just sitting here stitching, I usually quite warm up. Plus I had breakfast before I came down. Okay. I'm just going to keep going with the fly stitch. Right onto this little piece of netting here. And I'm going to make it a little larger so that the edges sort of are coming down. Okay, Martha, think about what you're doing. Quit yapping. Just swear. Oh, gosh. Yeah, it's been in the 50s. We had one day that was like 78 a couple weeks ago. And we had a couple of days in the 60s, but it was a chilly 60. I don't know if that makes sense, but sometimes, you know, 60 can seem downright warm, but not if it's cloudy or, you know, the wind is coming from the north or whatever. So we've had some really strange, interesting weather. And now we're supposed to have another cold snap, quote unquote. This needle just does not want to come through that denim, so I don't like to use pliers, but these are a smooth. If you're going to use pliers on your needles, use one with a smooth, no teeth on it. Because I had a pair like that I was using when I started doing stuff that following Ariane Zurcher, who's now decorating cookies. Oh gosh, how we change our hobbies, don't we? Yeah, the only pair I had were jewelry pliers that, I want to make sure I'm still, yeah, I think I'm staying pretty central here. Jewelry making pliers that were, had teeth on them, and I ruined needles that way, especially my favorite needles. Oops, come on. Okay, this is where it's going to get a little tricky because I'm getting towards the tighter corner. I do feel less claustrophobic down here in the bedroom, which is good. Okay, I'm just going to go. What is that? I'm doing a back stitch here on this edge because I don't really want to do the fly stitch there. I don't want to tie this thread off behind here because you'll see it, and I don't want to go through to the other side. So I am trying to figure out what I will do now. I think I'll catch that. Excuse me. And I'll do one fly stitch here. Oops. Come on. And go down here. Then I'm going to come out up here. Or am I? Hold on. I have an idea. Okay. So I'm going to go down here. I'm going to come up near where that fly stitch is in the corner. Oh, I can't turn it over. See, I can't do it the other way because I can't stick my hand in there and catch the threads. All right, that won't work. This is one directional sewing. I can only sew in this direction. So I think what I'll do is just put a French knot there. Why not? No, that's not going to work either. Nope. I'm just going to go back through to the other side of this fabric. Ow. And make a knot. Oops. I should call this Watch Martha Struggle Show. The Watch Martha Struggle channel. Watch Martha make everything harder than it should be. Make sure I did not. Yep, we're good. Okay. Come on. Oh man, that was weird. Okay. Alrighty. Cut that off. Yeah, that's the problem with doing it this way is that, okay. There's a knot there. Oh, boy. Is that you are restricted to your stitching, depending on how you want to do it. If you're right-handed and you want to stick your left hand in there to make sure you don't sew to the back, which would then prevent you from using it as a pocket, then you have that issue with what was I saying? You distracted myself. You have the issue with how are you going to do it from the other direction, unless you're an ambidextrous stitcher and you can stitch with your right and your left hand easily. I can do a lot of things with my left hand better than I can my right, but not stitching. I do imagine if I tried hard enough, I could probably pull it off with practice, but no, it's not going to be something I practice. Okay, so let's see. Oops, come on, tie my knot. Alrighty. Let's see, what else are we going to do here? I should probably stitch this piece down before I do anything else because it's buckling and I really don't want it to be buckled after it's stitched. So, ow, taking that off. This will stay because it's kind of hanging on. That'll stay because it's kind of hanging on. All right, so I'm going to, wow, this is going to be tricksy, 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 tricksy. Oh, my goodness gracious. And probably what I'm going to do is turn the camera off because this is going to take me a while. I don't want to keep you here for an hour and a half with me just, you know, stitching because honestly, I'm not going to do anything special, but I just want to get these down so that I don't want this to be a really long project. This is not going to be a month-long project. I do have another project in mind. Don't know if I'm going to do it for sure or not. It'll depend on my other projects that I work on. So I think that's what I'll do is I will turn the camera off. I'll come back when I'm closer to being done. These are big fly stitches because I want to get the edge down well. And because this is so tricky, I am not going to be doing like a bunch of seed stitching or anything like that on it. Now, the other thing you can do while I'm thinking about it is you could sew everything onto a separate piece of fabric and then sew that piece of fabric, just stitch it around the edge and maybe a few stitches in the center to keep it from poofing up. And you could definitely do that and not have to worry about all of this. And I didn't even think about that, because normally that would be something that I would opt to do, is to put it on a separate piece of fabric and then go ahead and just stitch that fabric on. So you could do that as well. But if you have an old pair of jeans laying around, whether it be yours, your man's, your brother's, your father's, or whoever, and you're looking for something to do with it, and you like to carry your phone around, but you don't always have pockets, this is something to think about with it, because it's kind of fun. I just sling it over my head, and I can carry my phone anywhere in the house, upstairs, downstairs, you know, bedroom to living room to kitchen to wherever. You can take it on walks with you if you have a dog that you walk. It could hold your, you know, poo bags, and it could hold your phone, or your phone and your keys. And you're not taking, like, you don't have to wear something with pockets. During the summer, you don't want to wear pockets, maybe. You don't want to wear your jeans. You're wearing shorts and they don't have pockets, or you're wearing 3/4 leggings like I do, and they don't, you know, leggings without pockets. I mean, they make them with pockets, but I don't have any. I don't like the fabric they make those out of. So, yeah. I mean, this is a handy little pouch for a lot of things. Now, if you wanted a smaller pocket than this, you could go to the thrift store or your op shop and find a child's pair of jeans that has a back pocket on it, and use that. Heck, you could make your own pocket if you wanted to, and make it in the shape of this, and trace it with other fabric. Maybe get a canvas fabric, or a heavy, like an outdoor utility fabric, or an upholstery fabric, anything like that. It would be fun. It's like watching paint dry. So I'm going to turn the camera off and figure out how much time I have left, and I'll be back at the end. Don't go anywhere. Okay, I have finished. It is not pretty. So, what have we learned today? And I get that from someone who is in Alaska and does travel videos. And she ends her videos with that. So what have we learned today? Well, today I learned not to be lazy, that if I want to do another pocket like this, I will definitely detach it from the back of the fabric that it comes on. I also learned that this was very hard on my thumbs and my hands. If I didn't detach it from the back of the fabric, I might use this shape here and put this on another piece of fabric, excuse me, or on iron-on interfacing, and then possibly stitch that down by hand, but it would still be very hard. It was very difficult for me to get my stitches to be accurate and the same size, with one hand stuck in here and the other hand trying to work it and using pliers. So that was a lot of work. I like it. It's only for me. I wouldn't give this to anybody else because the stitching is not good at all. But the stuff is on there. It's pretty. I will use this. I thought about wrapping this and putting fabric around it, but you know what? This is so thick, there's no way. I mean, there is no way. I can't even, like, I can't even get that through there. It's not going through for anything. So there's no way that I could do that. I could wrap fabric around it, but I don't think I would like that effect. Also, I decided not to put this on, even though I think it would look really cool. I decided not to put this on because I would have to stitch through this fabric here, and there's no way. There's no way. There's just no way. I would never get that sewn on. I could probably do it by machine, but I'm not going to bother. I'm not going to do it. I like it just the way it is. This pocket is going to be useful for me here in the house, and possibly if I go out and I just want to carry a couple of things with me, then it'll work. So I want to thank you for joining me, and I will see you in the next one with something new. Take care, everybody. Happy crafting and have a great day. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.